Well, good morning, floorball fans of the North American Floorball League. We're live here from Georgetown, Texas, where the third day of floorball action in the NAFL's 2023 season is about to begin. This morning, it's the battle for Texas between the Texas Tornadoes and the Fort Worth Jaguars. This is certain to be highly electric, going to be a rivalry in the making here between the Austin-based Tornadoes and the Jaguars. This is the first time that they've matched up in the league. It's going to be one to watch. We have two different styles of floorball. Swedish players coming in with fast-paced attacks here for the Tornadoes, with Finnish passing game dominating the Jaguars' offense. The Fort Worth Jaguars coming in with a lot of momentum so far on the season, with a 2-0 start with some instant classic victories, especially their day one win in the last 15 seconds against the Ohio Aviators off of a number 4 Oscar Pisela goal. The Texas Tornadoes showing a lot of flashes of greatness, but as an expansion team, they've still had a difficult time getting a start, bringing in new talent after game one, meaning they need some extra time to build team chemistry with 3 players arriving yesterday. We're going to see if this is going to be the time where they can make their moment and put a W in the first column. As we get ready to head down to the court, it looks like it'll be number 22, One Force, for the Jaguars on the face-off up against number 87, Ted Nivestam, for the Tornadoes. Players getting ready there, discussing with referee Vince Faso. And now for the face-off. And recovery there. It's chipped out to Linda Silecek there on the offensive early, getting it behind the goal line. Bisila going into the back wall. It's going to be Fort Worth's hit here. Bisila with the pass to One Force. Over to Pepe Strumer. The key here for the Jaguars, both last season and this season, has been passing, passing, passing. Fort Worth is known for taking large swaths of possession time, especially with their first line filled with Finnish players from the West End Indians team in Finland. Last season, that's what led them to greatness into the Troy Cup finals, where they were runner-up for the Troy Cup. They've also started to get that passing chemistry back on the court this season as well. It's worked well, especially in their victory yesterday. We're going to see if they can continue it, or see if the Tornadoes have the answer on the defense here. Silecek playing as the up man in the zone here, starting to charge Force. Won't be able to break up that path. It'll come down to Dokledal. Back over to Force. Over to Pisila. Pisila now on the attack. Behind the goal line. Off the wall to Roimala. That was Jonathan Mueller going for the ball there. Heading to the ground. And the London Wall comes tumbling down there. Going to have to stop play in order to repair it. Pepe Strumer trying to get a fast one off there. Referee Vince Faso not amused. And now with the wall repaired, it'll be Strumer to take the hit. He has Dokledal. That pass goes off the foot there of Jonsson. And Strumer losing the ball. Ronnie Berg now trying to make an opportunity out of it, but Strumer too quick. He's able to get there. Chipped away by Tyler Lee of the Tornadoes. Around the wall, trying to find William Jonsson. Into the wall again. Dokledal now looking for an opportunity. Swinging around. Chip pass out to One Force. He's going to look to reset his offense. And a deep shot there. Goes off the body of his own man, Strumer. One Force in the first game against the Aviators had a phenomenal half-court shot. And he's been trying to recreate it ever since. The pass forced to Strumer. Through the legs to Roimala. Stolen there by number 37, Keen Addington. Trying to find Jonsson, but it goes off the body of Dokledal. Now it's Connor on Force. Force getting the angle. He's got Roimala for support. It goes around Tyler Lee. One Force able to recover there for the Jaguars. He's got Ronnie Berg on defense. That pass going wide. It'll sail back into Fort Worth territory to Ascari Pisila. Next line coming out here for Fort Worth. Jakob Jaros on the far wing. Silecek there pressing up. Engersteig missing the ball there. He'll have to go behind his own goal line. Still able to get a pass out to Sami Alonen. On the Far side, Jaros. Back to Angersteig. Down to Alonen. Cross court, Jaros to Sorio. Coming around to the center lane there. Aggressive defense from Samuel Linda, but he'll release at half court. Jaros slowly edging towards the center. And a deep pass intercepted there by Peter Lindgren. It's a 2-on-2 break. The shot attempt by Lindgren sails wide right. Straight into the hands of Ture Husi for the Jaguars. They'll go with the pass out to Jaros. Ilonen now going far wing. Silicek pressing. Deep pass to Jaros, uncontrolled. Now it's Niederstam on the attack. Coming around, the shot sails wide right. Lindgren there for the Tornadoes. Gets it off the wall. Back to Niederstam. Ilonen on defense. Ilonen forcing him to turn around. Angersteig there for support. It's going to be a hit awarded here by the referees. Play stopped. It'll be number 21, Peter Lindgren for the Tornadoes, set to take it. Off the wall. Trying to find Mueller. He'll miss the pass. No pressure, though, from Fort Worth. They'll stop their defense at half court for now. Lindgren coming around the center lane. Pass out to Niederstam. Out on the wing to Lindgren. Back to Niederstam. Cross-court pass. Finds Silicek. Looking for his man Lindgren, but it goes off the body of Christian Sorio. Chipped out from the wall. Trying desperately to recover there. It's Silicek. He won't recover, but he will get a free hit awarded here to the Tornadoes. New lines coming out for both teams. It'll be Tyler Lee set to take it. The pass to Berg. He'll go trying to find a man that isn't there. Pepe Strumer on the steal there, trying to capitalize. Tyler Lee with some phenomenal defense, able to try and save the Tornadoes' defense. Another hit awarded here to the Tornadoes, starting to mount some pressure on the Jaguars. Tyler Lee. Some pressure there from Ryan Folick, number 70 of the Jaguars. Ronnie Berg there with the pass out to Lee. Seems to be only backroom momentum so far. Lee's trying to change that. Coming up the center lane, the pass to Jonsson. Over to Berg, far wing. He's got Connor down. He'll go with the pass close wing. Jonsson now cycling through in the center lane. Folick there with the steal, driving down, trying to spin around. Jonsson able to stop him halfway through. Now it's Texas again on the offensive. Chipped away there by Ipalunki. The hit awarded here to Fort Worth. That hit there off a high stick violation. On it force over to Pepe Strumer. Samuel Linda having to rush over to the far wing immediately after substitution. Oscar Piscila, the pass down close, so find Dokledal. Deep pass back to Force. With 5 minutes elapsed so far in the battle for Texas, both teams still scoreless. Seen a lot of phenomenal floorball playing so far, and a bit of a faster-paced offense than we normally see from the Jaguars. On it Force. Pass to Piscila. He'll go down, trying to find Dokledal. The pass sailed high. Dokledal had to dodge it, and it sailed out of bounds. It'll be Texas's hit in here. Jonathan Mueller to take it. Mueller there, the pass to Lindgren. Back to Mueller on the close wing. Pass to Silicek. Silicek goes back down. Mueller from the center wing. Chip out to Niederstam. Seti Roimala playing up. Roimala, of course, with a phenomenal performance for the Jaguars yesterday. Coming away with 4 goals and an impressive performance against Fresno. Lindgren now to take the hit for Texas. Over to Mueller. Lindgren facing pressure from Dokledal. Looking for an opportunity, but the double-team defense forces him to go back out to Mueller. Now Mueller got the angle on Roimala, but the chip away by Strumer. Still able to get around him, now behind the goal line. He'll send it over to himself, trying desperately to beat out Onefor, but he's got Piscila there for support. It'll be a free hit for Texas, though. Hopefully they can maintain the momentum here on this offensive drive. Substitutions here for both teams. William Jonsson getting ready to take the hit. He's got Berg down on the wing. Zlatnyasev in the middle. He'll take it himself. Swinging around. Looking for a man now on the far wing. Off the wall to Tyler Lee. Lee facing pressure from Sorio with the pass out to Jonsson. Davidson now Ronnie Berg telling him, pass it to Lee, but he's going to try it from the middle. He'll end up getting a pass out to Berg just in time. Lee now coming, close wing. The pass to Berg. Berg's shot goes off the body of Angersteig. Ladnyasov there trying to reach around Angersteig. And a save there. Rylan Rasmussen on the save for the Texas Tornadoes off the Angersteig shot attempt. Now Niederstam. Cross-court pass to Mueller. Now down to Silecek. Mueller coming around the center lane, over to Niederstam. On the far wing, he'll move around his man Lingren. The shot is good! The Texas Tornadoes first on the board. Number 87, Ted Niederstam. Only his second game with the team after arriving yesterday. And he's looking to kickstart his impact early. Niederstam, 7 years experience in the SSL, captain of his team, Hoviken IBF. And he's going to be looking to be a great performer here for the Tornadoes as well. 12:56 still to go in the first. Your score now, Tornadoes 1, Jaguars 0. Goes back to Tyler Lee. Recovery there by the Tornadoes on the faceoff. Ronnie Berg out to Jonsson. Jonsson cycling around the center. The pass to Berg. Nico Gray, great hustle there on the defense. Addington, the pass down to Berg. Addington, cross-court looking for Connor, intercepted there by Ryan Folick. And his shot attempt goes off the body of Jonsson. Nico Gray going to the ground there. Ronnie Berg with a pass out to Tyler Lee. Off the wall, looking for Connor. The angle's not there. He's still able to chip it away to William Jonsson. He'll have to kick it forward. Matt Nunez with the pass to Folick. Ryan Folick now. Shot blocked there by Tyler Lee. Now it's Case Connor. Off the wall to Addington. Addington trying to find Connor again. Great defense from Jaros for the Jaguars. He'll have to go down the line to Jonsson. Back over to Berg. He'll find Tyler Lee. Lee's shot sails high, wide to the left. It's going to be a Fort Worth hit-in. Pippi Strumer, the pass to Force. It's been a fast-paced game so far. We're going to see Fort Worth most likely try and slow down the pace, put it back into their hands, their control of the momentum. Silecek there on the press for the Texas defense. Bisela now, close wing, driving, past half court, shot attempt, goes off the foot of his own man, Strumer. It's chipped into the air. Roimala trying to recover. Silecek there, pressed against the wall in double coverage. It's going to be a hit here for the Tornadoes off of a between the legs violation. Jonathan Mueller off the wall, finds Silecek. Silecek, the pass back down. He's got Niederstam around Roimala. Instead, Muller's going to try his luck in open waters around the center lane, trying to find a pass to Linda, but it sails wide. Ball chipped out of bounds there. It's going to be a Tornadoes hit-in. Linda and Silecek. Linda trying to get it to his man Lindgren, but it goes off the body of One Force, number 22. Now it's Lindgren. The pass out to Mueller. Down to Silecek. Back to Mueller. Silecek. Pass intercepted by Strumer. Still able to maintain possession with some aggressive tries there. Shot attempt by Niederstam. Saved by Husi. The pass to Pisila. Over to One Force. Pisila retreating here. We go with the pass out to Strumer. Of course, from this line, Strumer, Force, and Pisila, all teammates on the Jaguars squad last year that made it all the way to the Troy Cup Finals with a 9-3 regular season record. One Force now fighting on the side. He'll go with the pass around, but it's intercepted by Silecek. Linda now on the far wing, trying to get the angle. His shot attempt sails on the outside of the net. Pisila now on the back wall, the pass to Force. Samuel Linda finding no help there in the backcourt of the Jaguars. Pisila pass over to Strumer. Strumer driving in. Shot attempt goes off the body of Niederstam. Now it's Jonas Davidson. He's got Silecek in the middle. He's cutting around himself. Pass goes off the legs of Dokledal. Now it's Roimala. A chip pass up in the air. He'll get it down the line and find One Force. Less than 10 minutes remain in the first period. The Texas Tornadoes still with a 1-goal lead so far. Jaros, the pass to Angersteig. Lagnyasov playing up there for the Tornadoes defense, but he leaves Sami alone and open. Alonen, the pass back to Angersteig. Angersteig down to Alonen. Cross-court pass will find Sorio. Lagnyasov, of course, an aggressive defender for the Texas Tornadoes. He certainly showed a lot of hustle so far in the first 2 games of the season. He is not afraid of physical contact on the defense, and he's not afraid of pressing. We'll see how that plays against the pass-heavy Jaguars offense. Angersteig going behind the goal line, trying for a Michigan goal, but it'll go off the post. Bounced out, Jaros. The shot attempt goes off the body of Davidson, stays in bound. Tyler Lee there on the corner against Sorio. The spin around. He's able to break 2 men with a pass out to Jonsson. Now it's the Tornadoes on the attack. Nyasov there blocking out Jaros. Some physical shoulder-to-shoulder play there. Saved by Husi for the Jaguars. He'll pass it out to Angersteig. And it was phenomenal strategy there by the Tornadoes on that attack. You can see Vlad Nyasov there boxing out Jaros, looking like a blocker on a football kickoff return. More than a floorball player. Silacek, the shot attempt goes off the body of Pisila. One Force. Chipped away there. Facing some pressure in his backcourt. The Tornadoes cooling off. They'll go to Strumer. Cross court to Pisila. Pisila down the wall to Dokledal. Coming around the center. Silacek behind him. The pass back to Force, to Strumer. Pepe Strumer. Pass blocked there by Silacek. Still makes its way to Force. Silacek pressing. It's no matter for One Force. To the middle, Pisila missing the pass. And then it's taken by Niederstam. The pass to Lindgren. Trying to find Silacek. Now it's One Force on the attack. The pass, Roimala. Shot goes off the body of Lindgren. Lindgren, the spin around, chipped away by Roimala. Niederstam there to recover for Texas off the wall. He'll find Lindgren. Linda pressing down. He's got a cross-court pass to Silacek, but he'll take it instead to Mueller. Mueller, pass blocked there by Dokledal. It's a wild rush to the wall. Mueller able to chip it to Silacek. Silacek off the wall to Mueller. Saved there by Husi. Tornadoes retreating now, leaving Linda as the up man here in the defense. Now it's Sami Alonen here as the Jaguars make substitutions. Keen Addington starting to put some pressure. They'll force a chip pass back to Jaros. Alonen down to Radical. Back to Alonen. Addington closing off the back route. Sorio trying to get it into Radical. It's kicked away there by Ryland Rasmussen. Another save by Rasmussen. And now it'll be Tyler Lee for the Tornadoes. Jonsson heading around behind his own goal line, setting up his offense. It's a 2-1-2 zone here for the Jaguars defense. Lee coming around, close wing. He's got Berg. Cross-court pass, he'll find Connor. Connor behind the back pass to Jonsson. Jonsson driving, he'll get it out to Addington, unable to get a shot off. It's Lee who finally gets an attempt off, but it sails high out of bounds. It'll be a Fort Worth hit-in taken by Isaac Angersteig here. Pass to Jaros. Substitutions here from Texas. The line rushing out to the court. Jaros unable to field the pass. Now it's Lindgren with a pass to Berg for the Tornadoes. Niederstam coming in here for Texas. Over to Lindgren on the far wing. Niederstam taking his time. Down to Mueller. Mueller now rushing a pass to Dokledal. Getting it over to Knasov, but it's chipped away there. Jaros and Dokledal, the Czech duo. Shot attempt goes off the body of Niederstam. Jaguars still with possession. Oskari Pisila, the shot sails wide right. Grabbed by Rasmussen. Niederstam. Again, taking it slow here for the Texas offense. Not wanting to squander their 1-goal lead. Against the Jaguars, it's certainly a precious commodity. Muller off the wall, it rolls far. One Force there to recover. He'll get the angle on Kniazev. Davidson back to Kniazev. Shipped back to Davidson. It goes between his legs. Pepe Strumer able to get the angle. Less than 5 minutes remaining in the first. It's still Texas 1, Fort Worth 0. One Force now on the close wing. We go to the middle. Roimala, shot goes off the body of Niederstam. Niederstam kicks it out to Kniazev. Go back down off the back wall to Muller. He's got double team defense on him. Now Dokledal with the ball. Pass to Pisila. The shot goes off the body of Niederstam again. Muller on Roimala there. Gets the pass out to Dokledal. Over to One Force. The shot saved by Rasmussen. Strumer to Pisila. Unrelenting force here from the Jaguars. Pisila, the pass to Strumer. Strumer misses the ball for a shot. He's going to have to pass. Chipped away by Connor. That'll break the flow of the Jaguars. The pass to Addington. Will he have it? He just goes past the goal line, unable to get a shot off. The pass to Lindgren. Connor misses the ball there on the shot. He had too much backwards momentum carrying him away. It's a fast break mad grab here. Lindgren trying to get there before Dokledal. Fort Worth's going to recover. The pass to Pisila now in Texas territory. Niederstam with the steal. It's not over here for the Tornadoes. The pass to Addington. He's behind the goal line. Got Dokledal on him. Over to Niederstam. Trying to find Lindgren. Pisila jumping the passing lane there. Getting a steal. Hit awarded here to Fort Worth. The pace is not letting up here in this past run. And you know, this fast pace is something that the Tornadoes have been a little bit more comfortable with than the Fort Worth Jaguars. It's certainly not their regular style of play, but they still performed very well under the circumstances. Tyler Lee out to Zilecek. Over to Jonsson. Now to Berg. Berg again on the far wing. Pass down to Linda. Looking for Lee in the center. Back to Linda. Needs an out route. He's got Zilecek. So we'll go to Lee. Folek pressing hard there for the Jaguars defense. Nearly able to get to the ball as Tyler Lee loses some control there. He'll go down to Berg. Gray now pressing. It's full court defense here from the Jaguars. Jonsson here. A spin to break Nico Gray. The pass there. Tyler Lee. Far wing, looking for an opportunity. He'll go down to Zilecek. Lunke on defense there, off the wall. He'll find Lee. Down to Jonsson. Jonsson around the center lane, backing off. Ronnie Berg, shot attempt on target, but it's chipped away there by Ture Husi. Improper hit, and it's going to be a Fort Worth free hit. Sami Alonen set to take it. Less than 2.5 minutes remain in the first. Pepe Strumer. We'll go with a pass back to Angersteig. Down to Alonen. Angersteig driving towards the center. Cross-court pass, radical shot attempt goes off the body of Muller. Christian Sario there jumping that off-the-wall pass. Facing double team, he's still able to get a pass off to Strumer. Strumer to Sario. Shot sails wide. And out of bounds, it's going to be a Tornadoes hit in. It'll be Jonathan Muller. Here to take it. Lindgren, the pass to Niederstam. Back to Lindgren. Taking it slow, calling out to his team. Muller. Down to Lindgren. Off the wall to Niederstam. Double team defense there on Niederstam. He's certainly been an offensive asset so far for the Tornadoes. Now he's got some open court. He'll go with a pass down to Davidson in the box, trying to find Lindgren. Strumer there able to keep him from making an attempt. Trying to get it to his man Davidson. The save there by Husi. We'll go with a soft pass to Angersteig. Just over a minute remaining in the first period. Pepe Strumer. Cross-court pass to One Force. Fort Worth has certainly done a great job of making last-minute goals. Of course, their first win of the season coming from an Oskari Pisila goal with 15 seconds remaining in the final period of play against the Aviators. They know how to put the pressure on as the seconds dwindle down. We'll see if they can do it again here. Onefors coming around center lane. Oh, the pass out to Strumer. Strumer down to Roimala. Shipped away there by Nithastam. Sails out of bounds. It'll be a Fort Worth hit in. 28 seconds on the clock. Not wasting any time. Onefors around the middle. Nyasip with aggressive defense. It'll force a pass down to Pisila. Trying to find Roimala in the center. It's intercepted there by Peter Lindgren. Lindgren able to get it out to Moeller there. Moeller now in the close wing. Gets the angle on Pisila. Strumer, the chip away over to Roimala. Roimala to Dokledal. Back to Roimala. The shot sails wide right. Goes off the back wall. Less than 10 seconds remaining. Can Texas hold on? Moeller looking for a man to get it to. We'll get it over to Nithastam. The pass chipped away, but it won't matter. At the end of the first period, in the battle for Texas, your score, Tornadoes 1, Jaguars 0. Floorball fans, don't go anywhere. We're about to have another exclusive NAFL player interview, and of course, in less than 10 minutes, we'll be right back to resume the action between the Texas Tornadoes and the Fort Worth Jaguars. Well, floorball fans, we've just gotten done with an exciting way to open the Battle for Texas here live from Georgetown. Joining me here is Tornadoes player Jonathan Moeller. Jonathan, how are you feeling after the first?
Well, it's good. It's fun floorball. I feel like we're playing a really solid defense and creating some good chances on the fast breaks. So it's exciting. I feel it's still 40 minutes left in the game. Anybody can win it. But so far, I mean, we couldn't be happier.
Now, Jonathan, you came in late Friday night, only able to get your first minutes in last night's game for your team, but you seem to have a lot of cohesion this morning. What do you think has been the key to getting integrated so quickly?
A good night's sleep, not flying 13 hours the same day or the day before. No, it took a little while, but now I feel I'm fully, in the zone, in the time zones, and the jet lag is gone and stuff. So that's all that was needed.
Now, Jonathan, what do you think is going to be the key over the next two periods to keep your lead here against the Jaguars?
Well, I think a classic theme in floorball is that like a lot of goals are scored, and we have to play a solid defense. But if we're being pragmatic, we're gonna let in a goal or two. So I think that the key to winning is making sure that we also score one or two more goals and then keep tight in the defense.
The best offense is a good offense. Jonathan Moeller, thank you so much for joining us and for your pragmatism. Floorball fans, don't go anywhere. We're going to be back in less than 10 minutes with the second period between the Texas Tornadoes and the Fort Worth Jaguars. Well, floorball fans, we're almost ready to return down to the court for the battle for Texas. Before we do, we'd like to remind you that the NAFL wouldn't be possible without the help of our sponsors. As you know, we sent out our explorers to search the galaxy, and they came back and told us there was only one stop for everything floorball, floorballplanet.com. And of course, the NAFL's official clothing partner for the 2023 season is Kempa. If you like what our referee's wearing, you like Kempa, from head to toe, from shoe to shirt. And as we head down for the face-off, you can trust that the game ball is the only official game ball of the NAFL Excel, because like the NAFL, Excel chooses to rule. It's going to be One Force on Samuel Linda here for the face-off. It was certainly an incredible first period here. Texas coming away with the advantage. Really supported a lot by their defense, allowing them to control the pace of the game, creating a lot of fast break scoring opportunities there. And it seems to be stumping Fort Worth's offense a bit. They're a very pass-heavy team. They love working the backcourt with a triangle between Pisela, Force, and Strumer. But now they've been forced to charge a bit more to try and create some opportunities. We're going to see if they can change their strategy a bit here and put themselves back on top in the second period. The pass over to Pisela. Silecek there pressing over to Force. One Force comes down to Strumer, back to Force. Coming into the center. Off the wing to Pisela. Pisela now driving down. They go to Dokledal, saved there by Ryland Rasmussen. Ryland Rasmussen, of course, former goalkeeper for the Fort Worth Jaguars last season, now looking for some revenge against his old team. Here for the Texas Tornadoes, he's had a phenomenal showing today with his first court time for the Tornadoes. A lot of saves, a lot of pass blocks have been coming from him so far. One Force, the pass around the middle. Blocked there by Lindgren. Nivestam pushing it out to the far wall. Between the legs, pass to Lindgren, off the wall. Dokledal able to chip it up, and away. It's going to be a Texas hit-in. Silecek there to take it with Lindgren. The pass to Mueller. And a shot attempt there. Silecek saved there by Wusi. Samuel Linda, back to Silecek. Misses the ball for a shot opportunity. He'll go off the back wall, find Lindgren. Lindgren now off the back wall, facing Pisela. Silecek with some open court. He'll get it in the box to Linda, but it's chipped away by Strumer. Strumer now on the drive here for Fort Worth. Chipped away. Silecek only has Pisela between him and the goal. He's going to take his time. He'll miss the ball for a shot opportunity. Advantage play granted here to Fort Worth. One Force coming around the center. Silecek slowly pressuring. Roymala coming up on the close wing. Instead, it'll be a pass to Strumer. Pisela again driving, far wing, pass to Dokledal. Back to Pisela, shot sails wide, out of bounds. Fort Worth creating a few more scoring opportunities this period. Surely one of them is set to connect. We spoke to number 7, Jonathan Mueller, in the intermission. He told us, being pragmatic about the game, Texas knows that they're going to give up 1 goal, 2 goals, 3 goals during the game. That's why their key is creating more offensive opportunities to stay ahead of the game, to have a sizable enough lead that they don't need to worry about the odd goal from Fort Worth. He said that a good night's sleep has been the key to integrating the new members of talent here, and the cohesion of the team is certainly showing. Addington on the attack, saved there by Ture Husi. Jarosz there on the far wing against Jonsson. Jonsson now keeping possession. The pass to Connor, it's good! Case Connor, the first to score in the second period. The Team USA star with a goal here for Texas. 17 minutes, 33 seconds. Your score now, Texas Tornadoes 2 to the Fort Worth Jaguars 0. So far, the momentum still staying with the Texas Tornadoes here in the second period. Of course, as an expansion team, they're hungry for an opportunity to prove themselves, and they've certainly done a good job of that on the court so far this morning. As we head down for the face-off, it'll be Force on Nivestam. Ball sailing all the way back there to Rasmussen. Short pass down to Lindgren. Lindgren coming in the center lane. Pass to Muller. Roimala pressing here for Fort Worth. The block there by Dokledal. Muller still able to recover. Referee stopping play though. Improper hit. Fort Worth's hit. Strummer shot attempt goes off the body of Nidestam. A save by Ryland Rasmussen. Spinning the leg around to send it back out to his own man. Incredible goalkeeping. The pass out to Onefors. Over to Roimala. Nidestam chipping there. Saved by Rasmussen again. 2 saves. It's going to be a Fort Worth hit here. Tight near the goalkeeping crease. Texas in defensive formation. Onefors ready to take it. He's got Strummer and Roimala to his side. The pass to Roimala. Shot attempt goes off the body of Silecek. Oskari Pisila. Shot goes off the body of Nidestam. Incredible defensive action here from the Tornadoes. Muller now on the close wing with some momentum. Trying to spin around Roimala. He's able to get to it. Just blocked there. Nidestam now recovered by Rasmussen. Fort Worth waiting for Texas to crack under pressure. It hasn't happened yet. Dokledal coming around the center lane. Over to Roimala. Chipped away by Lindgren. Most of the saves here by field players and Rasmussen for the Tornadoes coming from inside the crease. Fort Worth has been able to get closer to the goal. But even from a range of 15 feet, they're still facing a lot of defensive action from the Tornadoes. Oskari Pisila on the far side. Silecek pressing. Leaves Pisila open. Jonsson there to compensate, forcing a pass back out to Onefors. Onefors to Sami Alonen. Alonen taking his time. Both last season and this season, he's been a strong leader for the second line for the Jaguars. Certainly has a lot of experience. We'll go with a pass to Angersteig. Going around Connor, breaking around Lee. Angersteig now in the back corner for the Jaguars. The shot attempt sails wide left, out of bounds. It's going to be a Tornadoes hit in. Ronnie Berg to take it. The pass to Tyler Lee. No press here from the Jaguars. Playing a 3/4 court zone here, shifting around. Sario coming back now, trying to cut off the pass route to Case Connor. Tyler Lee goes off the body of Radical, still able to get it out to Berg. Stolen by Jaros, losing some control. Addington's going to try and press him from behind with some momentum there from the lost possession. Addington able to get a stick in there, but still maintaining possession for Jaros. It's going to be an improper hit call here. That's going to be a free hit awarded to Fort Worth. Both teams bringing out new lines. It's going to be first lines out on the court. Strummer getting ready to take it here for the Jaguars. Over to Dokledal. The pass to Force. Dokledal back to Force. Lindgren starting to push up, trying to pressure. A quick pass to force Fort Worth into a mistake here. The tables are turning. Generally, it's Fort Worth trying to wait out the defense. Now the defense trying to wait out the offense. Onefors. Backing up slowly. He's got Dokledal as an out route to the left wing. He'll take it. Down to Pisila. Pisila now with a little bit of open court in front of him. Will take the shot. Strummer's shot chipped, but it's on the outside. A save there by Rasmussen off of Pisila's shot. Texas again staying alive against the energetic Jaguars. Lindgren, cross-court pass, stolen there by Oskari Pisila, team captain for the Jags. Fort Worth is a team accustomed to high-scoring games. This is certainly a departure from there. It's been defense-heavy so far across the first 27 minutes of the game. Peter Lindgren to spin around. He'll find Nidestam. Over to Linde. Off the foot of Force. Now it's going to be Setu Roimala on the attack. Muller there waiting for him, able to chip the ball way back into the far corner. It's a battle for possession there. The ball passed out to Pisila. Pisila coming around the center lane, goes off the body of his own man, Roimala. Linde playing keep away there from Onefors, but the ball gets out to Dokledal. Shot sails wide left from Pisila. Muller in the far corner, pushing it back down again, kicking it into Fort Worth territory. Muller still on the offensive. The pass to Connor just wide. Tornadoes still with some momentum here. The pass to Lindgren. He's got Strumer behind him, driving up close. The pass to Linda. Linda, center court, goes off the body of Dokledal. Lindgren, the pass to Connor. Unanticipated there. Fast play here from both teams. It's going to be a hit awarded to the Tornadoes, putting the pressure back on the Fort Worth Jaguars here. The second period Tornadoes here unrecognizable from their second period last night. They have new signs of life, new signs of chemistry. Phenomenal job all around against the incredible Fort Worth Jaguars team, who's currently 2-0 on the season. Jaros now from the middle, looking around. He's got Folick down. He'll go with a back pass out to Lunke. Addington there on defense, chipping it away. It'll get out to Tyler Lee. Lee on Jaros. Jaros trying to get around, unable to. Jonsson to Addington, driving towards the center. Just saved by Ture Husi. 2-on-2 fast break now. Jaros on Berg, shot sails wide right off the wall. Lee trying to send it downstream. Lee, the spin around, coming towards the center. Jaros there, chipping it away. Jonsson there on the recovery for Texas. Gray there, pressing behind the goal line. It's full court defense here from the Jaguars. Lee down to William Jonsson. Now it's the Tornadoes who are taking their time. Lindgren, the spin around, getting around Gray, waiting for his team to make substitutions. Niederstam. Pass to Silicek. Silicek back to Niederstam. Pass blocked there by Folick. Ryan Folick, the shot opportunity goes off the foot of Niederstam. Lindgren able to break it up before Isaac Engerstein gets an opportunity. Silicek, the spin around, the pass to Niederstam. They go down, find Lindgren. Lindgren goes to Silicek. Over to Davidson, just misses the shot opportunity. The timing just a tad off. Now it's Davidson facing double team coverage in the backcourt. Alonen able to get around Lindgren. Fancy footwork here. Engerstein still pressing. He'll be pushed out of bounds. Lindgren able to take the opportunity and capitalize on it. Now it's the pass to Niederstam. Down the far wing, Niederstam shot attempt sails wide left and out of bounds. It's going to be a hit and awarded here to the Fort Worth Jaguars. Substitutions here for both teams. First line returning for Fort Worth. It's Strumer with the ball, close wing. Strumer goes back to Force. Oskari Pisila, back to Force. Blagniasev there, pressing him towards the close wing. He'll go down to Strumer, cross court to Pisila. Pisila had some forward momentum. He had to halt it to find that pass on a Force to Strumer. Over to Pisila, finds Dokledal. Back out to Pisila. Shot missed. Vladniasev there. Going to call off the offensive there at three-quarters court. Strumer. Deep pass down to Force. Misses the reception, but he's still able to recover. Pass to Dokledal. Out to Pisila. Down to Strumer. Back to Pisila. Strumer. The pass intercepted there by Lee. He's still able to keep it. Out to Force. Fort Worth turning up the heat here in Tornado territory. Seti Roimala, the pass to Pisila. The shot attempt, far right. Only Force still there for the Jaguars, still with possession. The ball hit in the box there, saved by Rasmussen. Less than 10 minutes remain. We're officially over halfway through regulation. Texas still up, 2-0. Pisila off the wall, trying to find Strumer. Silicek is there. The shot attempt, saved there. An incredible slide by Oskari Pisila, blocking the ball there. It's heating up, and it is getting fun here in Georgetown, Texas. Radical now. Ball shipped away. Lindgren to Linda. Over to Silicek. Lindgren now looking for an opportunity. High pressure defense from Jaros. The ball chipped out to the back row here of the Tornadoes line. Jonathan Mueller coming around the center. The pass to Linda. Back over to Mueller. The pass sails wide. Lindgren's still there. We go back out to Niederstam to reset the offense. Niederstam with the ball on the close wing. It's still anybody's game here. Of course, floorball is a fast-paced, high-energy sport where anything can happen. The first day, Fort Worth overcoming an 8-4 deficit to come back and win it all at 10-9 against the Aviators. They know they have it in them. It's just a matter of waiting the Tornadoes out when it comes to the Fort Worth offensive strategy. We'll see if the Tornadoes can continue to hold on to their lead and extend it further. As Mueller said, being pragmatic, they need to keep working on offense here to have a chance. Strumer on the close wing. Force to Pisila. Pisila driving in now. Mueller there breaking up the pass to Dokledal. Looked like a hold there on the jersey. It's going to be a hit awarded here to the Jaguars. To Force. Shot attempt just wide right. Recovered there by Rasmussen. Pass off the wall to Linda. It's chipped out off his foot. It's going to be a hit in here for Fort Worth. On a Force to Strumer. Back to Force. Strumer cross court. Intercepted by Mueller. Driving down. Now the middle. The pass to Linda sails just far. Double team there on the wall. Force able to get it out. He'll find Pisila. Far wing. Pisila on the attack. He's got Niederstam in front of him. Niederstam chipping it away. Dokledal over to Strumer. Shot sails wide right out of bounds. It's going to be a Tornadoes hit in. This battle for Texas shaping up to be one of the most energetic games of the NAFL's 2023 season so far. 7.5 minutes remaining. The pass to Tyler Lee here for the Tornadoes. Jonsson coming around, center lane, pass back out to Berg. A lot of passing IQ here from the Tornadoes. The interception by Sorio, out to Radical. Shot blocked there by Berg. Hit awarded here to Texas off an improper hit. Tyler Lee there taking it for the Tornadoes. Sorio pressing him hard in the corner. Lee breaking out a pass off the wall to himself. Looking for Jonsson. He'll go back out to Berg. Lee crossing the court. Berg now on the far wing. He needs support. He'll find it in Jonsson. Jonsson driving down now, coming around center lane, trying to get a pass out. Stolen there by the Jaguars. Sorio and Jaros. Jaros tripping up over the ball. Vladimir there, but it's going to be a penalty call. It'll be a penalty on the Tornadoes. Number 18, William Jonsson. This could be the moment that Fort Worth was waiting for. Of course, last season, they were incredibly effective on power play offense, using their passing game to outlast the defense. But Texas has certainly been putting up a no-hitter so far. We're going to see if they can continue to do that. With 6 minutes, 33 seconds remaining in the second period, it'll now be Fort Worth's opportunity. Seti Roimala set to take it. Switching out for Force. Shot goes off the post. Dead Niederstam here. Trying to mount an offensive, even a field player down. Niederstam and Dokledal. The hit awarded here to the Tornadoes. Certainly important here as they're down a man, being able to maintain some momentum still. Niederstam back to Mueller. Lindgren now, close wing, aggressive defense there from Strumer, ball chipped out of bounds. It'll be a Texas hit in. 2 calls in a row for Texas, certainly helping them here as they face power play defense. Lindgren and Niederstam. Lindgren behind his own goal. Roimala aggressive there. Now on the close wing, Lindgren chipping it out into Jaguars territory. One Force there with the ball. Lindgren still going to press him on the defense, now finally returning to his own territory as One Force presses in. Silacek there, the leading man. Strumer working with Pisila. Roimala, shot sails wide left. Recovered there by Nivestam. Using his big frame there to push away Pepe Strumer. Nivestam goes to the ground. Between the legs hit called. It's going to be a hit awarded here to the Tornadoes. Halfway through power play. On force. With the ball, advantage was granted there to the Jaguars. Now it's the hit here awarded. Roimala takes a shot, goes off the body of Mueller. It's going to be a hit and awarded here to the Jaguars. To Bisila. Over to Force. To Roimala in the center, back out to Force. Roimala shot attempt, saved by Rasmussen, recovered by Nivestam. Texas again staying alive despite repeated pressure from the Jaguars. Off the wall. Connor pressing it out to Knyazov, trying to get the angle on Force. Force the pass to Dokledov. 5 minutes remain in the second period. Roimala the pass to Force. Roimala to Pisila. The shot saved by Rasmussen. Hit away there by Mueller. Knyazov there, chipping it deep into Fort Worth territory. 10 seconds remaining in power play. On Force. Looking to make the most of what remains. Pisila. The pass to Strumer. William Jonsson now in. Power play's over. Roimala. The shot attempt goes off the body of the newly subbed Jonsson right as he comes in from the penalty, already making a defensive impact. Fort Worth unable to convert. The Tornadoes able to stay alive there. 4 minutes, 27 seconds remaining on the clock when we come in for this hit in. Texas still leads 2-0. Radical, the pass over to Sorio. Through the legs of Connor Angersteig now. The pass back to Sorio on the close wing. Go down, far side, alone, and shot attempt saved by Rasmussen. What a game he's had so far as the goalkeeper here for the Tornadoes. Tyler Lee taking his time. Substitutions here. Mueller for Berg. The pass to Ronnie Berg. Ronnie Berg, as he calls himself, the best floorball player from San Antonio. It's certainly been great to have him here for his home club now. Playing close by here in Austin. He was a player last season for the Fresno Force. He's been a great utility player this year for the Tornadoes, getting some more playing time on the NAFL court. Jonsson there, chipping the ball away, keeping it in Jaguars territory. Case Connor not letting up here on the defense. Full court press from him and Addington. The two with tall frames, able to make a great defensive row here on the line. Jaros to Angersteig, chipped away there by Ronnie Berg. Pass to Connor, intercepted by Alonen, over to Sorio. Sorio back to Alonen. Alonen spinning around. Connor and Addington pressuring him. We get a pass off to Angersteig, but it's a little wild. That allows Jonsson to get the angle on it. Over to Addington. Addington the spin around, off the wall. Recovery there by Jakob Jaros. Improper hit. It's going to be a hit awarded here to the Texas Tornadoes. Substitutions here for both teams. First line returning for the Jaguars. Two minutes, 53 seconds remain in the second. Vlad Knyazov here to take it. The pass, cross court to Nivestam. Lindgren. Chips the ball back out, will find Mueller. Deep pass, sails out of bounds. It's going to be a hit in here for the Jaguars, so Scotty Pisila to take it. Down to Force. On to Force, coming close wing. Deep pass, down to Dokledov. Mueller there. Back behind the goal line. Down to Lindgren. Off the wall, trying to find Knyazov there. He goes into the wall. It's going to be a hit awarded here to the Tornadoes off a push call on Pisila. Cross court, Mueller off the wall. Knyazov back to Mueller. Roimala pressing. The pass to the middle to Lindgren. Lindgren, pass back to Nivestam. It was chipped by Roimala, not enough to affect the trajectory. Goes down to Mueller. Less than 2 minutes remain in the second period. Moeller trying to use the wall to his advantage. He'll spin around, get the angle on Dokledal. Now he's driving down past One Force, past the goal line. One Force trying to box him out, holding on to the wall for support there. What a mad grab for possession. 4 men there, all battling for the ball. It was 2-on-2. Moeller able to get it off the back wall. Recovery there by Turre Husi. What a battle. Showcases how much of a defensive game it's been so far today. Niederstam behind the goal line. Looking for an opportunity. One Force not letting up. It's going to be a hit awarded here to the Jaguars. 1:19 remaining. Bisela to Force. Silecek playing up here. Getting a stick in, forcing a quick pass to Bisela. Cross court looking for Roimala. It sails a little wide off the wall. He's able to recover. Gets into Strumer over to Force. One Force in the backcourt. A minute remaining. Of course, Fort Worth again phenomenal at putting pressure on in the remaining seconds of a period. Shot attempt by Roimala off the body of Berg. William Jonsson around the center. Driving back down. Over to Tyler Lee. Lee, the spin around, gets a pass off to Linda. Linda looking for Jonsson. Sails just a little wild. Dokledal 1-on-3 there. Tyler Lee able to chip it away. Linda getting it to the wall. 30 seconds remaining in the second period. Tyler Lee trying to get it around. Roimala. His shot goes off the right post. It doesn't matter anyways. A hit called here for the Tornadoes. The pass to Linda. Trying to take advantage. Catch Fort Worth off guard. Shot goes off the body of Alonen. 20 seconds now. Silecek on the far wall. Hit awarded here to Texas again. The pass down to Niederstam. Ten seconds remaining. Niederstam not looking to give up a crucial goal here in the last moments. Angersteig losing control of the ball. He'll send it up and away off the body of Tyler Lee, and that's the end of the second period. Your score after 2, Texas Tornadoes 2, Fort Worth Jaguars 0. Floorball fans, this has been one of the best games so far of the 2023 season. Don't go anywhere, because you're not going to want to miss the third period. And of course, stay tuned, as we're about to have another exclusive player interview. Well, floorball fans, we've just gotten done with the second period here in the Battle for Texas. I'm joined by team captain of the Texas Tornadoes, Case Connor. Case, how are you feeling after 2?
We feel good. This is a much better place than we've been in the past in our past few games. So we knew that this is what we were capable of, but then again, it's also only 2 goals, so we just want to go into the third and lock it down and finish it hard and not let anything up.
Certainly. What do you think has been the difference maker in the first 2 periods? Obviously, you have some new life into your team. What's the change?
I just think generally just our defensive structure has been good. The first 2 games we were just a little tired. We had some new arrivals yesterday, but they got off a 13-hour flight literally an hour before the game, so makes it kind of tough. But it was a lot better this time. We were all rested. We came in together, ready to go, and we've locked it down team structure-wise, and then we've used counters and been able to possess it in their end.
Of course, in case now you're a returner to the NAFL, a player for the former Utah Raptors, how do you think your experience last season is translated into your play this season?
Definitely helped a lot. Last year I had 2 goals, and this year I have 2 goals, and this year it's only been 3 games, so it's a little bit better of a change, I think. So definitely better to go faster, and also just getting the flow of what it's like last year and getting up to speed, and then being able to go in with that mindset when training in the offseason and train faster and harder and come ready this year to play.
Case Connor, best of luck in the third period. Floorball fans, you're not going to want to miss the ending of this incredible battle for Texas between the Texas Tornadoes and the Fort Worth Jaguars. Well, floorball fans, it's almost time for the third period in the battle for Texas. But before we return to the court, we'd like to remind you that the NAFL wouldn't be possible without the help of our sponsors. Of course, we sent our explorers out to search the galaxy. They came back and told us there was only one stop for everything floorball, floorballplanet.com. And the 2023 official clothing partner of the NAFL is Kempa. If you like what our referees are wearing, then you like Kempa, from head to toe, from shoe to shirt. And as we head down for the face-off, you can trust the game ball is the only official game ball of the NAFL, Excel. Because like the NAFL, Excel chooses to rule. As we head back down, it's going to be on force against Lindgren here. Referee Vince Faso waiting for the scoreboard to get corrected. It's been an exciting, intense matchup here between the Texas Tornadoes and the Fort Worth Jaguars. Zilecek, early shot opportunity, goes off the body of Pisila, recovered by Husi. It's been a tight-knit, evenly matched, competitive game here between the Jags and the Tornadoes. The Jaguars with some lockdown defense. Fort Worth has been mounting a lot of offensive pressure, but the Tornadoes haven't cracked just yet. We're going to see if they will and if the Jaguars can start to get a leg up here as they face a 2-goal deficit heading in the third period. Bisila to force. Scotty Bisila on the far wing. On force, driving down now. He'll miss the ball there for that pass. Another pass goes to Peter Lindgren, trying to get a ball out. Roimala, the pass to Strumer. Beppe Strumer with the first goal for the Jaguars so far in the game. Fort Worth no longer scoreless. 19 minutes, 9 seconds still to go in the third, and it's now Tornadoes 2, Jaguars 1. Beppe Strumer was a high output player last season for the Jaguars, bringing in 31 points on the season, 18 goals, 13 assists. Doing a phenomenal job, and he's been just as good this year, especially helping that passing strategy for the Jaguars. Recovery there by the Tornadoes. We spoke to team captain Case Connor during the intermission. He said that he's felt a lot better about the cohesion of his team. It's been time, it's been his players getting a good night's sleep that's really helped them so far this game. They've changed up their defensive strategy, and it's working. The key for them is going to be creating more offensive opportunities to lock down the game. Certainly, even more vital now after that goal from Fort Worth. Off the wall, trying to find Connor. Angersteig able to come away with it. Shipped away there by Knasip. The pass from Connor sails off his foot. It goes to Sami alone and behind the goal, off the wall to himself. We'll find Angersteig. Angersteig now coming around to the close wing. Slowing down there, stopping in front of the crease. The pass to Alonen. Got Jaros on the far side. Deep pass, trying to find Christian Sario in the box. Goes off the body of Lee. Jaros back out to Alonen. Alonen has an incredibly powerful shot. It led him to a lot of deep passes last season for the Jaguars. He's replicating it again. The second line for Fort Worth generally tends to be a bit more aggressive on the offense. Jaros, the pass back to Alonen. Alonen shot off the body of Ronnie Berg. Christian Sario goes to the ground. Jaros missing that shot. Play's going to be stopped here. It's going to be a Fort Worth free hit. First line coming back out now for the offense. On force, set to take it. On force, jumping the gun just a little bit. It's going to be called back for take 2 on the free hit. Seti Roimala to force. Pisila going into the center. Force to Roimala. Off the foot of Linda there. Ted Neathestam. The pass out to Linda. He's got Lindgren in the middle. Unable to field that pass. Now it's going to be Setu Roimala. We go the pass back out to Oni Force. Strumer, far wing. Back to Force. Over to Pisila. Pisila, the pass to Strumer. Saved there by Neathestam. The hit awarded here to the Tornadoes. What we're seeing so far this period from Fort Worth is the same amount of passing, but they're doing it a lot closer to the goal. Normally you'll see a triangle in the backcourt for Fort Worth. This time, generally only One Force staying in the backcourt, everyone else being past half court. Zilecek, the pass to Neathestam. On the far wing, the pass Lindgren, cross court to Mueller. Mueller down to Cielicek. Cielicek over to Lindgren, down to Niederstam, trying to get the angle on Pisula. Free hit's going to be awarded here to the Tornadoes. Niederstam over to Linde. Back to Mueller. Roimala pressing over to Linde. That pass intercepted there by Strömer. They'll take an attempt, and it sails wide. Niederstam down to the ground, his stick broken. Tyler Lee's going to have to come in for a substitution there. Linde, the pass to Lindgren. Lindgren, a spin in center court, testing open waters. Jonathan Mueller now on the close wing. The pass to Lindgren. Mueller calling for the ball again. Will he get it? Lindgren spin around Strömer. Now he's behind the goal line. Coming around, the pass. Cielicek, back to Lindgren. The pass out to Mueller. He'll take the shot opportunity, just saved by Ture Husi. Bounces off the back wall, now it's One Force with possession. Substitutions here for both teams. Sami Alonen now, ready to lead the charge here for the Fort Worth Jaguars. He'll pass to Angerstieg. The spin to shake off Knyazov. Sami Alonen passing to Angerstieg, but it sails wide. Vlad Knyazov's going to use it as an opportunity for pressure, but they'll get it out to Sami Alonen, who still has a lot of open court. A lot of hustle here from Vlad Knyazov there on the defense. Sami Alonen now looking for a shot. He'll find Angerstieg. Ball sails just around Case Connor, finds his way to Jakob Jaros. Tyler Lee, they're falling to the ground. Jakob Jaros breaking his ankles. Vlad Knyazov there getting low, able to block that shot before it gets even close to the crease. Connor chipping the ball away now. Lee boxing out Jaros there. It's going to be a hit awarded here to Fort Worth. Getting tense on the court. Niederstam back out there after a repair to his stick. One Force. Ready to take the ball. He'll pass to Pisula, to Roimala, off the body of Niederstam. Down to Cielicek. Cielicek to Linde. He'll overstep it. Pisula pushed out of bounds. It'll be Fort Worth hit here, set to be taken by Pepe Strömer. The pass over to One Force. Cielicek pressuring Force there. Strömer far wing. The chip pass back to Force. Strömer, pass intercepted by Lindgren. Lindgren driving down, looking for a chance. The spin around Dokledal, coming around to center court. He'll pass it back to Mueller. Roimala and Dokledal pressing. The pass to Cielicek goes wild into the far corner. Can Linde get there in time for the Tornadoes? Ball chipped in the air. One Force is going to have the angle on it. Cielicek almost making an attempt out of it. Linde, the shot sails just off the post and out of bounds. What a series there from Cielicek, Lindgren, and Linde. Linde obviously not happy about that. It was a tough shot, almost from directly on side of the goal, and the angle just wasn't there. Tornadoes still scoreless here in the third period. Angerstieg now on the offensive. The key for the Tornadoes is going to be to shake off the Fort Worth goal, shake off that attempt, and return to their fundamentals, what's been working so far, and that's lockdown defense. William Jonsson now in the center lane, trying to get around Sorio. Sorio with the steal. Lee's there to recover, though. It's chipped. Jaros here for the Jaguars. We go with the pass back out to Angerstieg. Deep pass intercepted. Lee to Connor. Connor now coming around off the stick of Alonen there, and it comes to Knyazov there. Jaros there pushing him away, able to get to the ball. William Jonsson here for the Tornadoes. Hit awarded here to Texas off some aggressive defense from Jakob Jaros. 13-13, still to go in the third. Ted Niederstam with the pass to Mueller. Go over, find Lindgren, back to Niederstam. Mueller driving in the center, spinning around. He's got three defenders on him. Pisula's there. Roimala now trying to recover the ball for the Jaguars here on the close wing inside Tornado territory. It's going to be Dokledal. He's got Linde on him tight. On a force, far wing, pass to Strumer, cross half court. Zilicek getting in there, blocking the first pass, forcing another to Force. Force, shot attempt from deep, goes off the body of Muller, stays in bounds. He's got 2 Jags on him, but he's able to get it out to number 21, Peter Lindgren. Lindgren on the far wing, will go with a pass cross court, finding Niederstam. But his forward momentum stopped. Niederstam, shot attempt, just saved by Ture Husi. And it's Dokledal going to the ground as Zilicek fights for it. Now it's Roymala on the offensive, goes off the stick of Muller. It's going to be a Fort Worth hit in. Tornadoes staying alive, keeping the Jags scoreless for almost 7 minutes now. Pepe Strumer getting set to take the hit for Fort Worth. Pass down to One Force. Linda stopping at half court, retreating back. Dokledal looking for a chance. Saved there by Ryland Rasmussen. It was on target, but straight to Rasmussen. He'll send it down. Samuel Linda. Back to Niederstam. Pisala playing deep defense here. He'll start to retreat for the Jaguars. A pass down deep in Fort Worth territory. It was Lindgren trying to get it to Kniasev. Unable to convert. Now it's Tony Force on the fast break. Roymala shot saved by Rasmussen. What a save. Off the tip of his foot. Incredible job. The pass out to Dokledal. Pepe Strumer. Cross court to Dokledal. Down to Strumer. Waiting for a chance. Jags still biding their time. Texas's defense shifting, coming in tighter. The pass down to the goal line to Pisila. Off the wall, Strumer driving in. Pass to Force. Back to Strumer. Shot attempt goes off the body of Lindgren. Vlad Kniasev there on the recovery with a pass to Muller. Muller, smooth moves, a juke around Strumer. Off the wall, Jonsson trying to get it to the middle. Nobody's home. The lights aren't on. Seti Roymala now with the ball here for the Jags. Zilicek playing press here. One Force taking it from the crease over to Strumer. Cross court to Dokledal. Fort Worth sustaining some more possessions here, gaining some momentum. Dokledal, the pass to Force. Down to Strumer. Strumer, back to Force. Down to Dokledal, to the center. Pisala missing the shot opportunity. Pisala gonna try again. He'll go with the pass down to Strumer. Able to break away from Muller. Strumer, the pass to Force. One Force from the far wing. The pass to Roymala. Roymala going into the wall. Advantage play granted to Fort Worth there. Strumer down to Pisala. Pisala down to Force. Less than 10 minutes remain in the third period. Texas still with a 1-goal lead. Zilicek there. The pass around the wall to Muller. Will go in with a pass to Niederstam. Niederstam in open waters. Deep shot sailed just wide right. William Jonsson there for the Tornadoes to recover. He'll spin it around Sorio. The pass to Samuel Linda behind the goal line. Linda chips it into Jonsson. Jonsson shot sails high. Now it's back behind the goal line. Sami Alonen for the Jaguars. Samuel Linda pressing him. Full court defense here from the Tornadoes. Alonen to Strumer. Alonen cycling out to the far wing. Still a very defensive game here. Certainly a low-scoring one. That tells you how tight it's been here live from Georgetown, Texas. Alonen on the far wing. Facing Kniasev starting to jump that passing route. He'll nearly get a stick on it, but the pass is good over to Angersteig. Back to Alonen. The Jaguars trying to slow down the pace of the game here. Over to Angersteig. Down the line. They'll find Jaros. Jaros able to spin around Berg. He won't be a match for 3 Tornadoes defenders, though. Kniasev the pass off the wall to Connor. Deep in Fort Worth territory. Connor shot straight into the hands of Ture Husi. Alonen with the ball now for the Jaguars. On the far wing, coming to center court. Down to Angersteig. Back to Alonen, still staying in Jags territory. The pass now, Jaros. Back out to Alonen. Kniasev jumping the line. forces a quick pass out of the way there. Angersteig having to run back into Jaguars territory to recover it. The pressure seems to be working so far from the Tornadoes defense. Connor now pressing. Angersteig on the close wing. Sorio cycling out to the close wing here for Fort Worth. The pass chipped there by Lindgren. Lindgren sends it off the head of Christian Sorio. Nyasa trying to block him out desperately. Angersteig able to get there. Losing a little bit of control. That gives Case Connor a foothold on defense. The shot straight into the hands of Ryland Rasmussen. A familiar scene there. The pass by Berg to Lindgren. Lindgren calling for substitutions here. First line back out for the Tornadoes. Niederstam to Muller. Dokledal trying to rush the passing lane. It works. Jarosz now. Just him and Niederstam, but Niederstam able to get low and block the shot. Lindgren, the pass to Zilicek. Niederstam gets it on the outside of his own goal. Down to Zilicek. Center court. Thrumer pressing. Down to Lindgren. Lindgren trying to find Linda, but Pisola's there to jump the gun. Less than 7 minutes remain. Texas still in the lead. Pisola to Strumer. Chip pass over Zilicek. Down to Onefors. Alex Dokledal goes off the leg of Muller, sails out of bounds. It's going to be a Fort Worth hit-in. Still anybody's game here between the Tornadoes and the Jaguars. The pass into Pisola, chipped away by Zilicek. Linda now on the offensive, shot sails high, out of bounds. It'll be another Jaguars hit-in. .626 still remaining in the third. Texas 2, Fort Worth 1. The battle for Texas has been a phenomenal matchup so far. It certainly hasn't disappointed on all of the floorball action that NAFL fans love. Pass down to Onefors. Knyazov sticking around half court. The pass to Dokledal. Back to Force. Force now coming in towards center. Over to Strumer on the wing. Fort Worth starting to return to traditional forms. Strumer shot attempt off the body of Niederstam. Fort Worth hit in. Only one goal so far for Fort Worth. It hasn't been for a lack of want or trying. They've created a lot of offensive opportunities. It's been goalkeeper Ryland Rasmussen and the help of field players from the Tornadoes doing a great job of putting themselves between the ball and the goal. Strumer, cross-court pass, Pisola, shot attempt sails high, out of bounds, hit and awarded here to the Tornadoes. Key here for Texas now, entering the last few minutes of the third period, is to not take their foot off the gas. Nothing is set in stone. Floorball is a fast-paced, high-energy game where anything can happen. Ronnie Berg, deep pass down to Connor. Off the wall, he's double-teamed. Pepe Strumer able to get it out. The pass back to Onefors. Able to get a pass off to Pisola. Around Connor, Dokledal, cross-court to Strumer. It's a bouncing pass that gives Connor a foothold. Knyazov now on the press here for the Tornadoes. Strumer down to Pisola. Pisola, close wing, driving in. Over to Dokledal, it's good! Oskari Pisola driving down the close wing. He'll pass it to Alex Dokledal in the box. A close-range goal there. 5 minutes, 16 seconds still remaining in the third. And it's still a tight ball game. Now it's tied. Texas Tornadoes 2, Fort Worth Jaguars 2. Of course, Fort Worth, on the first day of play in the 2023 season, overcame a one-goal deficit with 2 minutes remaining in the match against the Aviators. They may be on par for a similar comeback here today. Texas going to need to rely on their lockdown defense to create counterattack opportunities for fast break offensives. Niederstam on Jarosz. Recovery by the Tornadoes on the faceoff. Lindgren to Niederstam. Over to Muller. Muller. The pass out to Niederstam. Down to Lindgren. 5 minutes remain in the third period. Niederstam out to Lindgren. On the far wing, Niederstam driving in close. Looking for a deep pass. He'll find one, and Linda trying to get it across court to Lindgren. Pass falls short. Niederstam still able to get a wild ball there from the Jaguars. The pass down to Lindgren in Fort Worth territory to Moeller. His shot powerful, but just high over the goal. Sails out of bounds. It'll be a hit in here for Fort Worth. Fort Worth has been putting the pressure on here in the third period. Not as much possession from the Tornadoes so far. We're going to see if they can change that story here in the last 4.5 minutes. Strummer off the back wall pass to Pisila. Pisila from the crease over to Strummer. Silecek starting to press, cross-court pass, forced back to Pisila. This is traditional Fort Worth. 3 players in the backcourt until they see an opening for a drive. On a force to Roimala in the middle, saved by Rasmussen. Off the wall to Linda. He's got Silecek. Silecek shot sails just wide left. On a force there to recover with a pass to Pisila. 4 minutes remain in regulation. If neither team is able to score by the end of the period, we'll go to a 5-minute sudden death overtime between the two. The first overtime win came yesterday with a Growlers victory, 5-4 in overtime. On a force, cross court to Strummer. Goes off the foot of Lindgren. Great defense from the Tornadoes. Heavy pressure though, the ball gets crushed there underfoot. It'll be a face-off in the far corner. Strummer on Niederstam. 3:32 remaining in the third. Niederstam working around the back there. Roimala gets the ball out to Strummer. Down to One Force. Back to Strummer. Over to Force. Force looked like he was raring for a deep shot. Instead, he'll go with a pass to Strummer. Cross court to Pisila. Pisila down to Doktorov. Back to Pisila for the shot attempt. Sails wide right out of bounds. It'll be a Texas hit in. Niederstam. Down to Moeller. Moeller not expecting that pass. It sails behind him. Doktorov now with a foothold along with Roimala. Chip pass down on the wing. Pisila able to get there first on the turnaround. Roimala, he's got an opportunity. It sails on the outside of the goal into the far corner. 2-on-2 for possession there. Moeller chips it out, but Strummer's got an opportunity. He'll take it. It goes off the leg of Jonsson. Doktorov off the wall to Strummer. Silecek trying desperately to break it up. On a force. Behind the back pass to Strummer. You can tell the chemistry this team has. Roimala's shot is good! Seti Roimala with 4 goals yesterday. Bringing in his first of the day today. 2 minutes, 29 seconds still left in the third. And Fort Worth has taken the lead for the first time today. Your score now, Texas Tornadoes 2, Fort Worth Jaguars 3. Fort Worth is a team who knows how to work well and turn the Jets on in the 11th hour. We've seen it in this third period. Now it's a question of whether or not Texas can do the same to tie it up and send it to overtime or win it once and for all. Of course, Fort Worth had a victory day one, overcoming a 1-goal deficit in the last 2 minutes of the game. That means certainly anything is still possible for both teams. On force in the backcourt. Now the game is going to be possession here for Fort Worth. With such little time remaining, there's little reason to risk sending it back to overtime with a quick mistake. Connor there on the full court press with Knyazov. Pisila left open. Deep pass, cross court. He'll find Strummer. Linda on defense there. The hit awarded to Fort Worth. 2:02 left on the clock. On force. In the center. Knyazov starting to charge there along with Connor. Pisila on the wing. He's left open. Knyazov going to the ground, trying to chase him. Shipped away by Ronnie Berg. Great defense, and Knyazov's in perfect position. Over to Connor. He goes behind the goal line. Back to Knyazov, trying desperately to get it out to his man, Roimala. Able to maintain possession here for the Jaguars. It'll find Pisila. Play stopped. Hit awarded to Texas. That's a crucial call here this late in the game. Timeout called here by the Tornadoes. 1:37 remaining here in the third period. You can tell Texas is putting all the energy they have into their play and leaving it all on the court here. It's going to come down to this last minute and a half to tell what their outcome's going to be. Fort Worth looking to advance to 3-0 on the season. Texas looking to get a win in the first column here. Tornadoes returning to the court here after the timeout. And they're going to try 6 field players here against the Fort Worth Jaguars. It's a risky move. It backfired on the Fresno Force yesterday against the Jaguars. Neither stump. The pass to Lindgren. Sails wide, Seti Roimala. Trying to break it up there. Silacek. The pass over to Neither. Case Connor. Behind the goal line here. Off the wall to find Mueller. The pass down to Silacek. Back to Mueller. Silacek. The pass to Lindgren. Time running out here for the Tornadoes. Silacek. Over to Mueller. Mueller trying to get it into the box. Case Connor with the recovery there. Pass to Neither. Less than a minute remaining in the final period. Off the back wall, we'll find Mueller. Over to Connor. Coming around, looking for a man to pass to. He'll find Neither. 45 seconds remaining. Down to Connor. On a force, pushing him out towards the wall. The ball sailing into Texas territory. Lingering there to recover. Ted Neither. Over to Connor. Off the back wall, he sends the ball out of bounds with a little too much power. Silacek going to sub out. Ryland Rasmussen returning to the goal here for the Tornadoes. Shipped into Fort Worth territory. Neither trying to reach around Dokledal to stop the drive. 20 seconds on the clock. Texas desperately needs possession. Dokledal driving in tight. It's Jonsson on him. Seti Roimala there with the game a keep away. Pisila chips it. Neither less than 10 seconds. Mueller, shot sails just wide right. Try to create one more opportunity. It's Lindgren, 1 second left. No time as Neither tries one more shot. What a stunner. Your final score here in the first ever battle for Texas, the first ever in-state battle in the NAFL. It's Texas Tornadoes 2, Fort Worth Jaguars 3, and the Jags advancing to 3-0 on the season. And it's a hard loss for the Tornadoes, who played incredibly well all game. But with their defense, we know they'll be back and hungry for vengeance as the season continues. Floorball fans, stick around. We're about to have an exclusive post-game NAFL interview, and don't go anywhere, because in just over an hour, we're going to have another great NAFL matchup for you between the Growlers and the Force. Well, floorball fans, we've just completed the inaugural Battle for Texas between the Tornadoes and the Jaguars. Here with me, number 12, Alex Stokladal here from the Jaguars. Alex, how do you feel after that win?
I think it was a really exciting game because we have comeback, and yeah, it's also good to watch.
What do you think was the key in the third period? What changed for the Jaguars leading to this win?
I think coach did a great speech in a locker room, and then we start playing more good passes and good technique. So I think that was the key to the win in this match.
And what do you think is going to be the key moving forward as you look to continue your win streak in the NAFL?
Yeah, I hope so, but we have to catch up from the beginning of the match because in every game we lost the first period, and then we need to catch up, score more goals, and the comeback is always hard to accomplish.
Understood. Well, hey, Alex, best of luck to you and your rest of the season here in the NAFL. Floorball fans, don't go anywhere. We're going to be back in just over an hour with another exciting matchup here as the Minnesota Growlers take on the Fresno Force. We'll see you then. I've been your host, Tanner David.